Okay, we are live. Right, so I'm live after 2 days. In fact, I missed giving the contest on Sunday. Ever since I started streaming, I have not missed a single contest on Leetcode, but I did because this Sunday I had to go somewhere. It was an emergency, and I just couldn't make up time for that contest. Never mind, I think we'll give it right now. Anyways, we can never solve more than two questions, so I'll just attempt it right now as a virtual contest. And I didn't stream on Sunday. After that, I didn't stream on Monday because I had to go to college for my some bullshit minor project. But okay, we're back again. This week, I think this week I'll still be inconsistent because this is probably the last week I have to be engaged with college. After that, I'll just have my end semester. This week we have our practicals and minor project which I already gave. So after this week, it's just my end semester examination and that's it. Boom, college over. One semester left, but we don't have to go to college in that semester. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get started now. What side am I on? I need to be on the left side. Hmm. Wow, Leetcode logged me out. That's crazy. No, it's actually this. Hmm. All right. Where do we start? Do we check the POTD or the contest? It's a medium question. 1800 rated. 50% acceptance rate. Where do we actually start first? I'm kind of confused. Given a positive integer k, you need to find the length of the smallest positive integer n, such that n is divisible by k and n only contains the digit 1. N only contains the digit 1, and if there is no such n, return -1. Note n may not fit in a 64-bit signed integer. Okay, so we can't even use long here. Damn. And the value of k goes to. Why is it kind of cold in Delhi? Let me get my jacket. Okay, this is a great. You know what? Let's just start the contest. This was the contest which I couldn't give. Right, the last I gave was bi-weekly 170, and I absolutely bombed that. What was my rank? If I were to see again, 7,000, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Talk about this. My username is Okayish G. It's showing 7,600 as my rank, but it's 7,400. Nonetheless, I'll still lose rating, bro. Did we? What's my rating right now? -6. I might get a -4 or something. It's 1693, right? I might get like 1688 or something. Okay. Okay. Would you like to start a virtual contest? But your rank is not effective. Do we start a virtual contest? You know what? Let's start it. Go to contest. Is my timer started? Oh, it has started. So let's start. You're given an integer n, form a new integer x by concatenating all non-zero digits of n in the original number. If there are no non-zero digits, x equals to 0. Let sum be the sum of digits in x. What? n दे रखा है. Form a new integer x by concatenating all non-zero and ठीक है ना, if there are no non-zero, x equals to 0. Let sum be the sum of digits in x. Return an integer representing the value of कितने non-zero digit है और non-zero digit का sum. Okay. n raised to 10, yeah, that doesn't matter. String s equals to string n. Bro, my hands are so cold I barely can type. For car c of in string x, string sx equals to, damn, that sounds sus. Let's call it 0. For car c of s, if we want to, let's call it, it's not even, if c is not equals to 0, then we do sx plus equals to c. Can we add character to string? I hope we can. Now, and what do we want? Sum of digits. Sum of digits equals to sum of digits equals to 0 int c. No. Bro, what am I doing? Int a equals to c minus 0 sum of digits, sum of digit plus equals to a, and then we do sx plus equals to c. I can't type. Now int x equals to string to integer sx if sx dot length equal to 0, you return 0, or else you return x star, what do you have, friend? Sum of digits. Bro, I would have bombed this contest too. What is the output that we are required? Well, 1 2 3 4 0. Okay, for the second we are getting 1. Is this correct? I still doubt. Let's take a few test cases. No, we need zeros, right? N have to, okay, I gave a bigger value than it expects. Looks like it. The third case, 1661. See out sum of dig, not sum of dig, x. Yeah, I think this is correct, bro. You don't even need an handle. This has to be correct. So 1661 and 14 makes sense. Yeah, let me submit it. Just one last case of if it's entirely 0. Yeah, this is correct. Let me submit it. Why am I wasting time? Submit this shit. Wow. Signed integer. Bro, it's asking for long. Thank God this is not a real contest. What the hell? Sum of digit won't go plus x. String to integer. String to long. Let's see. I'm so thankful this is not a real contest because this error would have fucked up my mind. Crazy brother. कौन से college में हो? I'm from MAID. It's a college of IPU in Delhi. Okay, fine. It's a bitwise question. Find maximum balance or sub-array length. Given an integer array nums, return the length. I'm on the left side right here. Given an integer array nums, return the length of the longest subarray that has a bitwise OR of 0 and contains equal number of even and odd numbers. If no such subarray exists, return 0, even and odd numbers. What does bitwise XOR used to do? XOR की property क्या होती थी? XOR basically XOR of anything with 0 remains the same, right? Zeros or 0 is 0, zeros or 1 is 1, 1 के साथ उल्टा हो जाता था, and you had 1 0 as 1. 0 के साथ जोर कर रहे हो तो सेम रहता है, 1 के साथ जोर कर रहे हो तो बदल जाता है, and जोर of two elements are a XOR a is 0. Return the length of the longest subarray that has a bitwise OR of 0 and contains an equal number of even and odd numbers. If no such subarray exists, return 0. 1, 3, 2 has a bitwise 1s or 3s or 2. Yeah, I would have been cooked in this contest. 17,000. What? The subarray is bitwise. What is the length? It's 10 raised to 5. And okay. What even is the logic here, bro? I tried brute force but gave TLE in this question. Nested loop to find all subarray in condition. So this is just brute force. This is just brute force. It has a tendency. Yeah, I think I should not apply my brain much. Second question is always brute force. Bool checker. It takes in your vector and here are int I int j for int x equals to I, x less than equals to j, x plus plus, and odd equals to 0, and odd equals to 0, even equals to 0. Brute force will work here. So brute force is already n square. Why don't brute force work there? Actually, this contest was damn. See, third question. I heard that third question was really tough in this contest. 2,000 submissions. You know what? Let's try brute force. असली contest तो नहीं है. TLE तो झेल लेंगे यार. TLE झेल लेंगे. Let's try brute force. If ARR I and 1, odd plus plus, else even, and answer equals to 0. And answer equals to answer XOR. No, what XOR? ARR X. Return answer equals to for int I equals to 0, I less than your, the world will develop once Leetcode start naming their arrays as ARR and not nums. For int j equals to I, j less than arr dot size j plus plus if checker of arr and ij, then we can say answer equals to max between answer and j minus I plus 1. Wow, I can't type. Yo, Pradeep is here. What's up, bro? What's up? What's the problem here? Oh, this is. I'm pretty sure this will give a TLE. There's no way. Brute force. This is almost like n cube, right? This is n cube, right? Or else why? See, we can reduce this here. Hmm. What we can do is bring this logic over here so we can. It's going over 3 times. Let's try submitting it. Why is it giving 1? J minus I plus 1. Oh, if j equals to I, turn false. Hmm. This has to give a TLE. Maybe I can reduce this part. I think so. Yeah, we can probably bring that logic over here. Yeah, let's bring this logic over here. Hmm. No. Here. Now what we do is, I can't type today, yaar. So j equals to hmm, if error j and 1 odd plus plus else even if yeah, what do we check here? If rest equals to 0 and odd equals to, we want the odd to be even to be odd equals to even, and your length j minus and j minus I plus 1 and 1 should be equals to 0. This means that your length should be even, right? What the hell? Your length should be even. Then you can just say answer equals to max between answer comma j minus I plus 1. Wait, we wouldn't even have j at this point. What am I doing? Let's try running this. Bro, your Leetcode profile. Okay, let me just show it once. Answer equals to answer. What is it asking for? J my oh. Final j minus 1. What is the hit, bro? It's on line 29. Okay, my condition is not working correctly. I would have bombed this contest. I'm so glad I did not give this contest. If your final j minus I plus 1 and 1 अगर ऐसा है तो you just continue, right? Now if your rest equals to 0 and your even equal to odd, then you can say answer equals to max between answer comma final j minus I plus 1. This should work, right? What am I even doing? For first it's giving 4, for second it's giving 8, for third it's giving 0. So we reduced it to n square, but I'm still pretty sure this might give a TLE. Let's submit it. This isn't a real contest anyways. Come on. Wrong answer. Crazy. So we get an output 0. The expected is 20. Let's see if our old logic is working on this one. We don't care about this. If checker of ARR IJ, then you can say answer equals to max between answer comma j minus I plus 1. If the checker is true, let's see if we have this test case, right? Yeah, let's run it. Thank God I did not give this contest. I would have got back into 1500. 54? What? See, okay. We're getting 20. We're getting the right answer, but this is a TLE. This is a short TLE. Let's submit it. We don't care. TLE, yeah, exactly right. We get a TLE in this. Okay, so we'll have to change our approach. We'll have to change our approach in this one. The question is asking, we are talking about subarrays that has XOR 0 and contains an equal number of even and odd numbers. If no such subarray exists, we have to return 0. Okay, I think, yeah, we'll have to think around in bits. So find subarrays. Yeah, we have to find subarrays equal, even, and odd. Because if we even have one more odd or one more even, if we have one more odd, then the least significant bit would become 1, right? Okay, equal, even equals to odd, even equals to odd, and your XOR equals to 0. XOR equals to 0. Now we might think of trying to like use a sliding window, but what would be the conditions of expanding or contracting our window? That's the point. I'm cooked in this contest. Sliding window maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kavya bro, you did it using sliding window. Anyone here good at Spring Boot who wants to give some advice on how to get good at it? No clue, bro, no clue. I don't know Spring Boot. But the thing is, how do we even decide if we want to increase or decrease the length of our window? The whole area has a bitwise or of 0. 31320. Let's take this example. 31320. Okay, the valid window is only this. I think we use a sliding window to only check about the windows that have equal odd and equal even. What is the length here? In just this much length it goes. Oh, yeah, sliding window might be just it. Nah, but for 31320, our window starts from where we keep on expanding 2 odd, 3 odd, 3 odd, 1 even, 3 odd, 2 even. Then we contract. Bro, this is a crazy. I saw first and second, third में पड़ गई थी. Yeah, I just got to know that third was very, very tough. What am I missing here? Longest subarray. That is a bitwise XOR of 0 and contains an equal number of even and odd numbers. Now I'm so happy I did not give this contest live, bro. I'm so happy. Given an integer array, nums return the length of the longest subarray that has a bitwise XOR of 0 and contains an equal number of even and odd numbers. If no such subarray exists, return 0. So n square is not working here. I think so. We'll have to go with sliding window, but 31320. Then we'll get 1320 as the answer. How about prefix XOR? Try solving it without even or condition first. Even or condition first. So without equal number of odd and even then still I'm just I'm still using just a extra if condition. वरना logic तो वही लगेगा ना. At least my stupid brain can think of this logic itself like I'm solving it in n cube. ये condition हटा दो without even an odd condition. Yeah, I think prefix OR could be okay. Let's think about prefix OR here. If we have A's or B's or C, and if we did B's or C, it becomes A, right? It becomes A. Okay. Oh, so prefix OR here, 3's or 1 with 1 would be 2. This is prefix OR. And now again with 3, this becomes, wait, 3's or 3 XOR 1, XOR 3 becomes 1. Right? What am I even doing? This is 3. We XOR it with 1, 1. Okay. And then we XOR it with 3, which is 1, 1. This becomes 0. 1, 1 is 0. 1, 1 becomes 0. 1, 1 becomes 0. And we are left with 1. We're left with 1. Right. So it becomes 1 at this point. Now 1 XOR 2. That becomes 3. Now 3 XOR 0 is 3. Okay, so this is our prefix XOR. We don't have any. Now to make this 3 as 0, 3 XOR P equals to 0. 3 XOR P equals to 0. We'll have to find a 3. Right, we'll have to find a 3. वो यहाँ पर है. So basically this sub array also gives us 0, but यहाँ पर odd or even equal नहीं है. Oh. Okay, I think I have an approach here. Prefix or why didn't I not think of that? Because I was only able to do this because I'd seen this question without even an odd condition in some contest. I guess at that quarter maybe. Yeah, you'll need prefix or. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. It's prefix or. God knows when will I get good at Leetcode, bro. Vector int prefix or, right? And n equals to arr dot size. N plus 1. Okay. For int le of your. See, I hate doing this. Int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. If arr, you know what? Prefix XOR of 0 is equals to arr 0, and we start from 1, and we can simply say prefix XOR of I minus I equals to I minus 1 with your arr I. Right, this will calculate the prefix XOR for us. Now we makes sense. You know what we can also do? What we can also do, rather than like, see, in this interval, we'll get to know that when we reach here, we'll get to know that there already exists a 3. So this sub array could be a possible answer, but then we'll need to check if they are equal evens and equal odd. For that, we can calculate number of even and number of odd, prefix sum for number of even and number of odd, right? How that works, at least I think, like number of even and number of odd. At this point we have, this is our array. At this point we have 1, 2 odd, 3 odd. This point we have 3 odd and 3 odd. At this point we have 0 even, 0 even, 0 even, 1 even, 2 even. So we wanted to check in this subarray. This subarray, it would be 3 minus 1 odd, 3 minus 1 odd, and 1 minus 0 even. So that's basically 2 and 1. 2 odd and 1. So we can also calculate like a that would be, yeah, you test case please. Can we use hash key store to prefix or an even odd? I mean, we can. There was a similar question in one of the previous contests, I remember, wherein we used a nested hash. Hash के अंदर ही hash store करा रहे. We can do that here, but I prefer like कि अलग अलग उसमें ही करो. Just make different sub arrays, bro. It different, yeah. Vector int, not int, pair of int prefix nums, right? इसमें n+1 एलिमेंट्स होंगे और सबको 0,0 वैल्यू दे दो पहले. नाउ इसको भी ऊपर के साथ साथ ही कर लो. ब्रो, दिस इज इट जस्ट मी दैट आई एम डम और इज दिस अ गुड क्वेश्चन? अब आप क्या करो, इफ योर सी 0 लगाओ, इफ योर एरर इफ आई इक्वल टू 0, तो आप क्या करो, ये प्रीफिक्स और वाली जो कंडीशन है ना, प्रीफिक्स और ऑफ आई इक्वल्स टू एरर ऑफ आई लगा दो. else, yep, let's write clean code. ओके, ये हो गया. अब आपको प्रीफिक्स नाउन्स में कैलकुलेट करना है. दिस stores the number of odd, even, least till then. Now if arr I, ब्रो इसको भी तो 0 और उसके केस में लेना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे पूरा केस बनेगा यार. This shit is stupid. And you can say if arr I odd है, तो you can say prefix nums dot prefix nums of I equals to 1,0, else prefix nums of I equals to 0,1. Okay. अब क्या करो, इसमें भी दो कंडीशन लगेगी यही. Bro, why am I so slow at coding? अगर वो ये है तो prefix nums I equals to, holy shit, ये पूरा हटा ही दो. Why is it highlighting the upper part? Okay, अगर if your error I odd है, तो int previous odd equals to prefix, हम odd even स्टोर कर रहे हैं ना. odd even स्टोर कर रहे हैं. prefix num I-1 dot first int previous even equals to prefix nums prefix num I-1 dot second. अगर odd है तो prefix nums of I equals to previous odd plus 1 comma previous even. इसको भारी रखो, ठीक है ना. else prefix nums of I equals to previous odd comma previous even plus 1. Hey, I was also finding this problem very hard to solve. Yeah, this looks like a good problem for a second problem. Good question for a second problem. But I think I have the logic. I used some help from the chat, but I think I have the logic. Store करा दी, and now we just iterate for now what we want to do is हम्म हमें जाते जाते ही चेक करना पड़ेगा ना, जाते जाते ही तो चेक करना पड़ेगा। ये अपना प्रीफिक्स और है, यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे हमें एक 3 पहले मिल रखा है। ब्रो, okay, how do we approach this now? I have the logic in place. It looks correct. Hmm. I have the logic in place. It looks correct. Just find the odd count and even count, bro. Bro is saying just find the odd count and even count, and difference is balance. Odd count and even count and difference is balance. What do you mean? Odd count and even count and difference is balance? What? इसमें मैं स्टोर करा रहा हूँ टिल द ith इंडेक्स आपको कितने ऑड और इवन दिखे, यही तो दिस इज द ऑड काउंट एंड इवन काउंट यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, राइट? दिस इज द ऑड काउंट एंड इवन काउंट यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. हम्म हम्म हम्म. अब हमें क्या करना है, वी इटरेट थ्रू द प्रीफिक्स और हमें जैसे कोई डुप्लीकेट मिलता है, हम उस डुप्लीकेट इंडेक्स पे देखते हैं कि वहाँ पे कितने ऑड इवन थे, इधर कितने ऑड इवन है, उनको सब्ट्रैक्ट करके देखेंगे. इफ दे बिकम इक्वल देन वी कैन कंसिडर दैट लेंथ एज अ वैलिड सब एरे. हाँ. So where am I stuck at? I'm stuck at how to implement this bullshit. Hmm. Okay. Unordered map. This takes in your int, and this is going to store a vector of int, which is the indexes at which you found that zor. Mm, duplicate this. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it way too much, but let's see. This stores the previous previous indexes found for a zor value. Okay, now we'll do for int le of your prefix zor. If duplicate में वो मिला, duplicate dot find your le is not equal to duplicate dot end, then what we do is उसके सारे इंडेक्सेस चेक करने पड़ेंगे ना, सिर्फ एक चेक नहीं करना पड़ेगा ना. दैट्स द पॉइंट, सारे इंडेक्सेस चेक करने पड़ेंगे. और इंट सारे नहीं, आई थिंक द फर्स्ट इंडेक्स विच टर्न्स आउट टू बी वैलिड, क्योंकि हम सबसे लेफ्ट से इंडेक्सेस हम इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में स्टोर करते जा रहे होंगे ना. और इंट इंडेक्स ऑफ योर डुप्लीकेट ऑफ एली, इसके अंदर जो हमें इंडेक्स मिलेगा, एक तो करंट ऑर्ड निकालो. करंट ऑर्ड के लिए हमें करंट का इंडेक्स चाहिए होगा ब्रो. int I equals to 0, I less than n चलेगा ना अपना. हाँ, I less than n, I plus plus int current zor equals to your prefix zor of I current zor. This is a crazy question. अब int current odd equals to prefix nums of I dot first, and current even equal to prefix nums of I dot second. ठीक है, current odd और current even मिल गए. अब पुराने index of that zor प्रीफिक्स और से ट्राई कर नूब या ब्रो, प्रीफिक्स और से ही तो ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. वेयर एम आई ओवर कॉम्प्लिकेटिंग इट? मेक अ पेयर ब्रो. Prefix or of balance. Balance has what? Hmm. What did you? Even minus. Oh, even minus odd. Okay. I just joined. What's up, bro? What's up? Even minus odd. Okay. So इस point पे you can say at this point we have even minus odd as 2. At this point even minus odd नहीं, odd minus even. Odd minus even as 2. This point पे 1. Odd minus even. अगर यहाँ minus 2 होता so. Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. That is so much better. Makes sense. Absolute sense. Okay, so that is why my shit is getting too complicated. Okay. Okay, we don't need this. So then what do we need? Prefix और बना लिया, और prefix और के साथ you store index पे. नहीं 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 नहीं. Why am I getting confused? So you're telling me we can make a hash जिसके अंदर की होगी your prefix, की होगी your prefix और and the even minus odd, और इसके साथ इसके हो गए indexes can be multiple, तो इसको हम we can store it in a vector, right? No, हमें वेक्टर भी नहीं, हमें सबसे लेफ्ट मोस्ट इंडेक्स चाहिए होगा ना, हमें सबसे लेफ्ट मोस्ट इंडेक्स चाहिए होगा. अब लेकिन द पॉइंट इज prefix और we will have to make a custom hash to store in a hash, है ना, pair value को. To store a pair value we will have to make a custom hash. If seen array from old index plus 1 to current index update answer. Wait a second, bro, I need to. Okay, if seen, you told me if seen array from old index plus 1 to current index update answer with length. Let me reapproach this bullshit. तो किसी भी पॉइंट पे हमें चाहिए होगा प्रीफिक्स सम, सेम प्रीफिक्स सम, और इवन माइनस ऑड इनवर्स चाहिए होगा ऑफ करंट इवन माइनस ऑड. करंट इवन माइनस ऑड अगर ऐसा है तो उस इंडेक्स की. Okay, let's rewrite the code because I'm making it way too much complicated. Okay, at any point we would want a prefix XOR as current prefix XOR and even minus odd as inverse of current even minus odd. This is the condition. As simple as that. Okay. So what we can make a hash that stores prefix XOR and even minus odd as your key. इसके लिए we would need a custom hash pair store कराने के लिए ना, pair as key in map C++. Oh, we make a custom hash, right? We have to make a I think I have the logic right now. How to make a pair in CPP, make a hash in CPP with pair as key. We need a custom hash function, right? ये चाहिए होगा हमें. Okay, so now we make a unordered map which has your pair of int comma int as your key and has another int which is your even minus odd balance. This is your hash और custom hash भी तो देना पड़ेगा. Pair hash, that's how you give it, right? Pair hash. Okay, now what you do is for int le of your arr, yeah, okay, I think I'm on the right track right now. Bro, are people in the chat not saying anything? Virtual, yes, I'm giving it virtual because I would have been extremely cooked if I gave this in a live contest, bro. This question is way above my league. For int, you know what, let's iterate through index. For int n equals to arr dot size I less than your n I plus plus I plus plus int prefix XOR equals to 0. Int current prefix XOR should be equals to p XOR with the value of your arr I. ठीक है, current prefix XOR int odd equals to 0, int even equals to 0. Now we'll do if arr I and 1 odd है तो we can say odd plus plus, else even plus plus. अब हमें क्या ढूंढना होगा? तो int balance equals to odd minus even. बैलेंस का लॉजिक आई एम राइट कि जैसे अगर बैलेंस ही 0 आया तो दैट मीन्स इट इज ऑल्सो वैलिड. अच्छा 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 अच्छा. अगर if balance equals to 0 and current prefix XOR equal to 0, then you can say answer equals to max between answer comma your index. As simple as that, right? Index plus 1, sorry, index plus 1. else आपको hash में ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि we would want to find a prefix XOR with balance as inverse of current balance. यही तो ढूंढना चाहेंगे हम. else if hash dot find आपको चाहिए होगा current prefix XOR comma your balance के अंदर आप -1 कर दोगे, balance star -1 hash dot find में मैंने अच्छा ये is not equals to hash dot end, तो फिर आप पुराना इंडेक्स निकालोगे. End left index equals to hash of pair डालना पड़ेगा ना, current keys और comma this stupid. Answer equals to max between answer comma I minus left index plus 1. As simple as that. ठीक है, अगर मिल गया तो, नहीं मिला तो you can simply hash of this value से स्टोर करा दो. Equals to I. This should be working. And in the end we return answer. Bro, if this doesn't work, ये else है, ये है, turn your answer. For 4 we're getting 0. Okay, so I think this is not working. Wow, this is not working. We can solve it. It's right, bro. Why is it? Let's take a case. 1 3 1 3 2 0. 3 1 3 2 0. Okay, so एक prefix और बना दो. No. हमें बैलेंस नेगेटिव वाला नहीं, सेम बैलेंस चाहिए होगा ना. ओके, मैं बैलेंस में गड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ. I'll change that. मैं बैलेंस में गड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. बैलेंस. यहाँ पे ऑड माइनस इवन क्या है 1, यहाँ पे प्रीफिक्स और क्या है 3, यहाँ पे ऑड माइनस इवन क्या है 2, यहाँ पे 3 और 1 is your 2, राइट. 3 और 1 is your 2, राइट. यप. और यहाँ पे 3 1 3 का जोर आ जाएगा 1, और यहाँ पे ऑड माइनस इवन क्या है 3, यहाँ पे ऑड माइनस इवन क्या आ जाएगा 2, राइट. ऑड माइनस इवन वुड बी 2, and prefix XOR of 1 XOR 2 is your 1 XOR 2 is your 3. अब आप क्या ढूंढना चाहते हो? You would want to find same prefix XOR with, okay, इस मोमेंट तक आने दो. 3 XOR 0, 3 XOR 0 is 3. अब आप ढूंढना चाहते हो सेम प्रीफिक्स और यहाँ पे क्या होगा? ऑड माइनस इवन. यू हैव 1 2 3 1 2, ऑड माइनस इवन इज 1. मैं गलत ढूंढ रहा था. ओके, वी वुड वांट टू फाइंड सेम बैलेंस, नॉट द इनवर्स. For case 4 we're getting 49. That seems wrong. Bro, what the hell is happening? अच्छा, मैं स्टोरी गलत करा दूंगा. We're still getting, where am I wrong now? अगर बैलेंस 0 है और करंट ये भी 0 है तो we can simply say Cout trying to find your current prefix XOR and your balance. Okay, in the case of 1 2 3, trying to find 3 1 current prefix XOR current. What is not? Trying to find 1 2. Why is the prefix XOR of 3 and 1 equals to, what's the prefix XOR of 3? 3 is 1 1. Bro, where am I going wrong? Prefix or the second prefix or should be 2. Can't prefix. Oh, okay. My stupid ass didn't even. Prefix और मैं कहाँ यूज कर रहा हूँ? मैच केस नहीं, by word. दो जगह ही तो यूज कर रहा हूँ. हाँ, okay, okay. I'm not updating the prefix or. Okay, I'm stupid as shit. Current prefix or इसको कर दो. Current prefix or equals to hmm. For the first case, now what? Wait. 27. I think I found my mistake. हाँ, 31320 वो prefix और को update नहीं कर रहा. I can't. Wow. I can't find a simple. Hmm. Prefix or equals to this और current prefix और वही आएगा बेटा. Current की तो अब हमें ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. Trying to find. This should be working no matter what. We're still getting 532130. Prefix or equals to prefix or. Why isn't my prefix or getting updated? Bro, what? My prefix or isn't even getting updated. Okay, now it is 321. So we're getting 5. 3122. Let's see. 31221332, 31221332, and 31. Okay. I minus left index plus 1. See out. अब इसमें क्या होगा यहाँ पे it would find it at this is your index 0 1 2 3 4 इसको 0 पे मिल जाएगा हमें I think we don't have to do +1 we don't have to do +1 अगर जैसे यहाँ 3 और 2 पे यहाँ मिलता 1 पे we don't have to do +1 I think that is what it is causing the issue bro this is a crazy question your balance should be the same yeah makes sense when I do contest problem BR easy and when I do it's hard hi you didn't came live I didn't came live because I was not at home yeah I regret not coming live okay we're getting 20s 20 was the answer right no what did I do 20 was the answer right in the TLE okay let's even check the TLE case but 20 was the answer submissions में दिखा दो भाई wrong answer में it should have been 20 looks like I am on the right track now oh okay yeah it's working right final check before I submit a 4 and 8 and 0 accepted how the hell is this a second question is this the toughest second question that I ever did what's the rating for this question what's the rating for this question how the hell is this the second question bro I won't even bother checking the third question this is a what's its rating we don't have its fucking rating as of now Bro, this has to be a tough on the tougher side. By the way, this is the only way to do this in good solve. Thank you, bro. This is the only way to do this in big of in. How else did people do it? Bro, there's an easy way to solve that. What's the easy way, bro? Tell me, because this was a crazy stupid question. There's no way that 8k people, exactly, there's no way that 8,000 people were able to solve this on their own, bro. Why only second problem but so hard? And so many people did it. Did you use AI? Previous state. Exactly, we had to store the previous state. 8k people did it. That sounds crazy, bro. Finally, congrats. Thank you, bro. Yeah, if you haven't seen this question, yeah, others, bro. I think there was a similar question. You must remember. Mm, not similar, but there was a question which involved using a nested hash. Bro, I don't which okay, I don't remember which contest was in. We wanted to use a nested hash and find the balanced subarray, some side of shit. Balanced subarray, something like that. No, I don't think so. I'll be able to find it right now. Balanced subarray, right? No, no, no. This is not it. Nope, this is not it. This was it. In the contest. Yes, there was a similar question. Okay, let me just find it now at this point. I did it in one of my streams. Okay, let me just check. I can't type. It was this one. It was, I think, one of the most watched streams that I ever had. Yeah, Leetcode 3728. 3728. Stable Savares. This involved using a nested hash. Yep. We used a nested hash in this, right? Map के अंदर map store कर लिया. I mean, it looks kind of similar. I do not know. यहाँ पे भी तो कर सकते थे. मैप के अंदर मैप स्टोर कर दिया कि हमें पुराना प्रीफिक्स और मिल रखा है. अब उस प्रीफिक्स और के साथ बैलेंस क्या है उसको इन अ मैप स्टोर कर लो. But this was a hard question for a second question, and 8,000 people did it. Sounds crazy. This question was like, if you haven't seen this before, it's really hard, but if you have, it's like really nothing. भाई अब कोडिंग में गेमिंग की तरह हो गई, लोग लाइव स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं ब्रो. Only if भाई गेमिंग की तरह कोडिंग से भी एडिक्शन हो जाए तो what is the issue then? Use a map and initially store 0, 0 and 1. Okay, let me read your approach, Rehan. And then iterate the nums zor equals to nums I, if difference plus plus, else difference minus minus, then k equals to zor plus hash. Acha, you skip the custom hash. Custom hash नहीं कर रहे ना. Custom hash हटा दिया ना. अच्छा, custom hash ही नहीं दिया. ओके, तो string स्टोर कर ली की इक्वल्स टू स्ट्रिंग एज वैल्यू. अच्छा, मेक सेंस. वरना हम दो इंट को, पेयर ऑफ इंट को हम एज अ लॉन्ग लॉन्ग भी तो स्टोर करा सकते हैं. पहले नंबर को 32 लेफ्ट शिफ्ट कर दो, दूसरे नंबर को एज एन इंट ऐड कर दो. हाउ वाज योर वीकली कॉन्टेस्ट? ट्राई द थर्ड क्वेश्चन ब्रो भाई नहीं होगा वो तो. इट मेक्स नो सेंस. वीकली कॉन्टेस्ट आई डिड नॉट. वीकली कॉन्टेस्ट बेकार गया था. हाँ नहीं, वीकली कॉन्टेस्ट मैंने दिया ही नहीं ना. हाँ, दैट्स द थिंग, वो संडे वाला मैंने दिया नहीं है, तभी तो आई एम जस्ट अटेम्प्टिंग इट राइट नाउ. I was able to do it in n star q. You can store parent. Yeah, we can store parent in, लेकिन उसके लिए we will have to use okay, रेहान की अप्रोच से ट्राई करते हैं. पेरेंट के लिए we need to make a custom hash, right? उसके लिए मेरे को जीपीटी से पूछना पड़ा है custom hash. Okay, Rehan bros is telling me to make an unordered map. That is much better than what I did. Unordered map of hash int prefix zor equals to 0 int n equals to. Can we like start a petition that Leetcode should rename all their like argument variables as ARR and not nums. ARR is like so goddamn convenient to type. For int I equals to 0, I less than your n, I plus plus. ठीक है, अब आपको हैश में करंट जॉर कॉमा बैलेंस स्टोर कराना है ना, बैलेंस स्टोर कराना है, ठीक है। हैश में करंट जॉर कॉमा बैलेंस स्टोर कराना है। सो prefix or equals to prefix or arr I int balance equals to 0। अब आप करो, अगर if arr I and 1 तो आप ऑड माइनस इवन में बैलेंस को प्लस प्लस कर दो, एल्स बैलेंस माइनस माइनस। अब देखो if hash dot find string key equals to to string your prefix or plus your balance, to string balance, right? Bal. Okay, if hash dot find key is not equal to hash dot end, then you can say int lindex equals to hash of key answer equals to max between answer comma lindex, what was the answer, I minus lindex, ठीक है। वरना you can say else hash of key equals to I। Bro, this is so damn cleaner code than the bullshit I wrote, right? This is the same thing, right? 484 no, we're getting a 0. Why? What am I doing wrong here? zor और बैलेंस अगर हैश में वो मिल रहा है पूरा ना, तो हैश आंसर इक्वल टू आई माइनस, what am I doing wrong here? 4 या ये लो for why am bro what? अच्छा, एक ये कंडीशन भी आएगी, if fees or equal to 0 and balance equals to 0, answer equals to your I plus 1। Bro, नहीं, मैंने if else की गलत कर दिया। This is the only condition I'm missing, right? Bro, how you started, bro? How to study and from where? I'm doing Leetcode, but not even solve a pair of questions at once. From where do you study this much? Gen Z, bro. Ask Adarsh and Shaitan and Pradeep, bro. These are the experts in the question. No parent, just key is string and values index. स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट करो भाई। हाँ, स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट कर दिया। इनिशियल हैश में स्टोर करो भाई। नहीं ब्रो, वो कंडीशन की नहीं है। स्टोर इनिशियल स्ट्रिंग -1 इन मैप। इनिशियल स्ट्रिंग कौन सी? एक मिनट, बाकी केसेस तो अपने चल रहे हैं ना। 0 में चल रहा है, यहाँ पे 20 दे रहा है, यहाँ पे ये 484 दे रहा है। एक ये कंडीशन, एक यही तो है कि अगर करंट ही हो गया, ठीक है, तो आंसर आपने i+1 कर दिया, इंडेक्स +1 और हैश के अंदर वो ये केस ही तो गलत आ रहा था, 8 वाला 20 and 484. This should work now. Bro, this is so much cleaner than the bullshit I wrote. Look at my code. Look at the bullshit I wrote. Damn. कोई गाइड कर दो यार chat please, I'm noob. But inside the loop also should not be wrong. Running loops till n wouldn't ARR n will give. No, I'm not running till n. It's less than n. Where am I running till n? It's less than n. My bad. Okay. Okay. 0, 0 और -1 स्टोर करो मैप में एंड रिमूव इफ कंडीशन. ठीक है भाई, लो कर देते हैं. हैश में यू टेलिंग मी string s equals to what's your 0, 0 hash of s equals to -1, and then you're telling me to remove this condition. Okay, let me do that. Oh, अच्छा, जब prefix और वो समझ गया. It would work. It would work. Makes sense. This is a crazy question. Bro, can anybody else show me their submission? Like Tarun bro, can you time for bi-weekly third question? भाई नहीं होगा, that's the point. I know na. What is the rating? Why is the rating not available? It has to be 2000. Idea कैसा था? भाई 10 times better. 10 times better. Which one? Which one? I solved 3 questions in weekly contest and my rank. You solved this third question too. I've heard it. This is a crazy tough question. In fact, you know what? एक बारी पढ़ लेते हैं. चलो, you're given a string. What's the constraint here? 10 raised to 5. I started to hate this number. At this point, I just hate. 10 raised to 5 is what? 1 lakh, right? Ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000. 1 lakh, yeah. You're given a string s of length n consisting of m digits. You're also given a 2D integer array queries. ठीक है, for each query, extract the substring, then perform the following operation. Form a new integer x by concatenating all non-zero. ठीक है, let sum be the sum of digits in the answer. Return an array of integers where answer I is the answer. मतलब जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है उसके अंदर टोटल पे करना था, अब इसमें सब स्ट्रिंग्स पे करना है और एज इन एक आंसर एरे में दे देना है. माफ करो भैया, नहीं होगा. 20% acceptance rate. No fucking way. Third is easier. Check rating on C list. C list, Leetcode, questions rating. 3756. Didn't unsolve anyone. Prefix sum से हो जाएगा, आप कर लोगे. I think. I'm not sure. This question has 2000 rating. How is it easier? Shaitan bro, you're forgetting that you are a knight or probably even a guardian at this point, and I am 1600 rated. I don't think so it would be easy for me. Problems में दिखेगा ना. Country rating, country distribution. ये तो पूरा ही Leetcode का भाई विकिपीडिया है. Problem, what's the problem number? It is 3756. चलो ये तो लोगों ने बता ही दिया कि it's 3756. Login? We have to log in to just see the goddamn rating. Bro, what is this UI? Bro. You need to log in. That is crazy that they require login just to see. Do we have a Leetcode login? Okay, let's log in using Google. What was your rank, bro? Tarun, what was your rank? Username. The question number was 3756. 756. Oh. 224. What is it even showing? Resources, standings, problems. Bro, how do we use this bullshit website? Clist, clist.by. Is this like a, is this like a lead code? Clist resource leetcode.com. Enter the title ID does not work. Okay, we have to enter the title. Oh, okay. The title is concatenate. It is 1900 rated. And what was the second question's rating? If I were to guess, this question has to have a rating of a, a good 1800 or even 1800. Okay, let me just see. Let me know. 16? No, bro, this was not a 1600. The second question was not a 1600. There's no way the second question was a 1600. There's no way 2700. Write the name. Bro, did you solve the lexicographically smallest permutation one? The third in biweekly. No, I did not get time to absolve. I will absolve it. Which was this one, right? I think I tried this in the contest. Oh yeah, I tried this in the contest. In fact, I think you were there. You were there in the stream. Others, were you? Because some people I remember they gave me the hint that it is a greedy problem. In fact, I think I shall try it right now. It doesn't depend on difficult, just the number of solves. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people used AI to cheat in for this second problem in the contest, bro. Okay, you weren't there. Lambda rating dropped. It was 2064. Greedy maths. Yeah, or probably Shaitan was there. You were there in the stream, right? When I was attempting this. In fact, let's solve this and then we'll end the stream. This question also like fried my brain in the contest. Looks like a straightforward problem, yet I couldn't solve it. And we'll go with a clean code. Okay, get rid of C list, get rid of GPT. Yep, that's it. There was TLE solution and they explained this one so well. You couldn't do this? Others, bro, you couldn't do this. Then that means it must be really tough. Let's let's look at this questions rating. Bro, if you couldn't solve this, how am I supposed to solve this? I was also very confused as in why is this a greedy problem? Hmm. Okay. Find maximum balance. Wait. It is a 1600. How? Bro, is 1600 a tough rating? I think it should be like. Okay. It has a 27% acceptance rate and it is rated 1600. Then, and that 2000 rated question. This is 2000 rated, right? Yep. It has a 21% acceptance rate. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Just check output of all n equal to 3, 4. Yeah, Shaitan was there in the stream and he gave me this tip during the contest too, that just check the output of all n equal to 3 and 4. I'll do that. The question was return the lexicographically such that some हमें array के elements पता है, हमें array के elements पता है, हमें array के elements का sum पता है, हमें अच्छा okay. Okay, so let's do for the case of target equals to target नहीं n equals to 3, n equals to 3. इसमें मैक्स सम आपका क्या आ सकता है? मैक्स सम वुड बी 3 प्लस 1/2, 3 × 4/2 दैट्स 6 और -6, मैक्सिमम यही आ सकता है ना इसमें आपका। मैक्सिमम इक्वल्स टू -6 से लेकर 6 तक, ठीक है ना, -6 से लेकर 6 तक। अगर जैसे 6 बनाना है तो वी सिंपली गो, हमारे पास एलिमेंट्स क्या है, 1 2 एंड 3। 6 बनाना है तो वी सिंपली गो दिस, ठीक है। 5 हम बना सकते हैं, 5 हम बना सकते हैं -1 2 कॉमा, नहीं 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 बन सकता, 5 नहीं बन सकता। ओ सी, हम किसी भी, अब 6 के बाद हम कौन सा एलिमेंट बना सकते हैं, अगर हम 6 में से -1 करेंगे तो हम सोचेंगे वी कैन मेक 5, लेकिन नहीं, दो बारी -1 करेंगे क्योंकि एक पॉजिटिव साइड से -1 गया और फिर वो नेगेटिव में ऐड हो गया, तो इट वुड बिकम एक्चुअली 4। तो हम बना ही नहीं सकते -5, 5 तो बना ही नहीं सकते, हम 4 बना सकेंगे बाय डूइंग इट -1 2 कॉमा 3, ठीक है। वैसे ही अब अगर हम 6 -2, अगर हम -2 करेंगे तो हमारा 6 का 2 बन जाएगा। I know what I'm speaking sounds like I don't know addition, but I meant to say this. -2 करा तो ये 6 का अपना बन जाएगा, क्या बन जाएगा, 3 2 2 2 बन जाएगा ना, हाँ। कोई भी नंबर माइनस करोगे तो हमें डबल माइनस करना पड़ेगा। That's the point. I hope I'm on the right track. These ratings are definitely wrong. Yeah, this was simple greedy. How do you, sir, what question number? Manan Agarwal, bro, you do not deserve to be in this team. These ratings are definitely wrong. Absolutely, bro. People are cheating in it. But Pradeep, bro, how do you identify that this is a greedy question? Tell me, like, what's your approach? How do you even identify that this is a greedy question? Simple greedy, but how? How do you guys identify that this is a greedy question? So you're telling me, initially हम सबको positive लेंगे, ठीक है ना? And our target is, let's say, 2. Target is, let's say, 2. How is this a greedy question? अब हम सबसे बड़ा नंबर माइनस कर देखेंगे। सबसे बड़ा नंबर हमने माइनस करा तो 1 2 और -3 से अपना बन जाएगा, 1 2 और -3 से अपना बन जाएगा 0। सो दैट इज नॉट व्हाट वी वांट, तो हम इसे माइनस में रखेंगे ही नहीं, इसे हम 3 में ही रखेंगे। फिर हम 1 3 और -2 कर देखेंगे, 1 3 और -2 कर देखेंगे, तब अपना आंसर आ जाएगा 2। ओके, आई थिंक ग्रीडी वर्क्स है, बट हाउ? After you check 3 4, you can easily identify. I'm not built for this bullshit. What do you mean, bro? You literally a knight on Leetcode. Or in fact 1950 if I remember your rating correctly. Yeah, no, I couldn't, or else I would have solved it. Lol. I was making the whole range for permutation. Okay, so you couldn't identify either. The question number is 3752. Okay, then let's see if greedy is working. So Shaitan bro says it feels so weird to call you Shaitan, but you're telling me I could identify it after simply like running cases. I'll keep that in mind, that I should write in at least 5 6 cases so that I can identify any patterns. Okay, let's try to solve this now. Int positive equals to your 0. Int negative equals to 0 for int le of your, again, no, acha, no, makes sense. Positive would be your n plus 1/2, n star n plus 1/2, right? Negative equal to 0. Now what we would want is unordered set of negatives. Unordered set of negatives, इसमें हम जो भी नंबर नेगेटिव रखना चाहते हैं उसे स्टोर करेंगे। For int n equals to your, for int I equals to your n, I is greater than 0, I minus minus। अब हम देखेंगे int temp positive होगा आपका पॉजिटिव माइनस आए, हम सबसे बड़े नंबर को ट्राई करेंगे टू शिफ्ट इट टू द नेगेटिव साइड. int temp negative is your नेगेटिव प्लस आई. ठीक है ना. अब हम देखेंगे if your temp positive minus temp negative greater than equal to target है, तो हम वो कर देंगे भैया, हम वो उसे शिफ्ट कर देंगे. देन व्हाट वील डू इज negatives dot insert your i, negatives dot insert i, फिर हम कर देंगे positive equals to temp positive, negative equals to temp negative, as simple as that. ठीक है. अब हम क्या करेंगे, वेक्टर int answer for int I equals to 0, I not I equals to 0, I less than your n, I plus plus, if negatives dot find I is not, find नहीं सीधा काउंट कर दो, काउंट I, अगर ऐसा है तो अब आंसर डॉट पुश बैक, answer dot push back your I star minus 1, else answer dot push back I. ठीक है. और फिर sort answer dot begin comma answer dot end, return answer. Is this what this question was all about? I mean, isn't Pradeep is an expert on? Exactly, bro. Pradeep is the one who is expert, and I should have attended this contest. If you attended my rating, which was 7,400, it would have been 7,401. Okay, we're getting a wrong answer for this one. Wow. Answer dot pushback. What? If what's happening here? For second, we're getting none. See out inserting I. See out inserting I. So it is inserting 3 in the negatives. Okay, probably this bullshit thing that I wrote. If negatives dot find I is not equal to negatives dot end, तो हम आंसर में वो पुश बैक कर रहे हैं उस नंबर का I star minus 1. Bro, what? Why isn't it being, ये नेगेटिव में हमने इंसर्ट कर दिया, इंसर्टिंग आए, और नेगेटिव में अब मिल रहा है. अबे बेवकूफ. ओके. अब सेकंड में now what the fuck is happening at this point? अच्छा, एक वो कंडीशन भी तो लगानी पड़ेगी. अच्छा, मैक्स और मिन सम की इफ नो 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 नो. अच्छा, this is not it. This is not it at all. And sum equals to 0. Sum plus equals to negative of I. Sum minus equals to I कर दो आप. And else sum plus equals to I. ठीक है. अब if sum is not equal to target, then you return an empty array. ठीक है, ये कंडीशन भी तो होगी, वरना आप सॉर्ट करके दे दो. और एक ऊपर भी कंडीशन लगा दो, अगर मैक्स सम क्या है, if target is greater than your pos, or target is less than your pos star of negative 1, then you return an empty array. Less than equal to, एक तो बन नहीं रहा. What do you mean? What do you mean एक तो बन नहीं रहा? Is this correct? I must have submitted this question right. Yep, let's test on these stupid test cases. Okay, and this one, let's test on this. This looks fine. Let's submit it. No, not. Holy target, ये बेवकूफ क्या हो गया? अच्छा, signed into. Why am I overreacting? It's just a sign. Okay, chill, bro, chill. Your logic isn't wrong. सारे LL को हटा दो भाई. Int को हटा दो. Int sum भी हट दो आप. Vector int मांगा है ना? मतलब imagine like realizing this logic yourself in the contest and still getting a wrong submission because of this bullshit. Int overflow अभी भी आ रहा है क्या? car 18 कौन से उस पे? line 7 LL pause. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy level of bullshit. Can you please elaborate the question? Okay, let me show. N is int. Okay, it is accepted, but this is a question for whosoever asked. I'll move myself to the right side. Okay, this is the question. But I am still unsure about how did people identify that this is greedy by just dry running the test cases. The question is nothing. Okay, let me just give a quick. The question says you have numbers from 1 till n and you're given a target. You want to arrange these numbers in such a manner that the sum of these numbers is equals to target. The sum of these numbers is equals to target, and forget the lexicographically smallest thing, that's just this sorting. So you're given numbers from 1 to n. You want to arrange them in such a manner that the sum is target. By arranging them, basically you can keep some numbers as positive and some numbers as negative. So if you were given n equals to 3 and you wanted a target of, let's say, 2, you could have simply done like -2 1 3. You add these three numbers and the sum is equals to target. So this is just the question. GG's. Yeah, bro, GG's. You know what, is there a solution of how people have simple greedy? How do you identify that this is greedy? When you say lexicographically ordering, try always greedy. We must choose a sign for every number. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I was thinking of using DP, that randomly assign sign to every number and then check. But that would have been TLE. The sum of n numbers, we can eliminate target outside no matter how we put the signs. The earlier numbers matter more. Before we are searching, the greedy way of thinking is picking the biggest numbers to be negative. How do you identify it? If you try to put biggest in the first position, what if we make trying out what if kahan se aayega bhai? Do I just pull out this idea out of my ass? What if we try to make number negative? Optimization, no sort. Let's look at somebody's explanation on this. Best language to learn in 2025. CPP, bro, because I do CPP. I think it comes with practice, probably. Yeah, makes sense. Hmm. What's the question? By week, it's there's no way this is a 1600 rated. Well, now that I look at the solution, this is a pretty straightforward question, but how do you identify? Okay, it's a 16-minute video. I think I'll watch it after the. Somebody recommended a channel, right? TLE Eliminators ka. TLE Eliminators. Why are they not in my recommendation? TLE Eliminators. TLE Eliminators. This one. They do a live after every contest, right? Weekly contest, bi-weekly. Solutions A to D. When does the second solution start? Hmm. Do I watch it right now or do I just watch it off stream? Did you try PUTD, by the way? Bro, I did not, and I'm not in any mood of solving any more questions. Hi, what's up, bro? Yeah, I think I'll probably even watch the solution after break because at this point I have fried my brain. Japanese PUTD is easy. If not, try it. Tag is medium, but problem. PUTD is easy. Bro, nothing is easy for me. Japanese, if you know, you know. What did you mean, Japanese? Question is easy, bro. Try PUTD and end stream. But I'm not really sure if I can solve it. I saw the question in the starting of the stream, if I remember. Let's see, what is it even asking? It is an 1800 rated question. The questions that I just solved were 1600 rated. How is this easy? I think we'll have to play with remainder, right? Because since we cannot use even long here, we'll have to play with remainder. I think I should put the solution on Leetcode. Logical way you could come up with a greedy way. Yes, please do. I love both your solution. Please do, bro. You will, bro. I'm here for you. I am saying it's easy, too easy, bro. I mean, my solution was very inefficient though for PUTD. Okay, okay, then let me just make up for the 2 streams I missed by solving the third question today, which is the PUTD, the bullshit PUTD. Okay, so our numbers could only be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And now, the thing is, we want the largest number to be divisible by k. Return the length of n. If there is no such n, return -1. One thing that I first need to realize is when do we stop adding 1, 1, 1? When do we actually stop adding 1, 1? Because we can go endless. इस पे divisible नहीं हो रहा, अगले पे check करो, अगले पे करो. तो what is the condition that we return a -1? वो सोचना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. First of all, पहले number should be equal to or greater than the length of k. Right? Let's take a case. 3. I think yeah, we'll have to play with remainder here. जैसे 3 ले लो. 3 यहाँ पर रिमाइंडर क्या आ रहा है 1. यहाँ पर रिमाइंडर क्या आ रहा है 1 प्लस हमने 10 करा तो 10 पे रिमाइंडर है 1. यहाँ पे भी 1 है तो रिमाइंडर बिकम्स योर 2. ठीक है. अब पिछला रिमाइंडर 2 पर अब हमने प्लस 100 करा है ना, इस पे प्लस 100 करा है. 100 पे द रिमाइंडर इज 1, राइट. और 2 प्लस 1 3. तो यहाँ पे द रिमाइंडर इज 0 और दिस इज द आंसर फॉर 3. Hmm. Let's think about some other number. -1 का केस कौन सा होगा? Let's talk in regards of 5. यहाँ पे रिमाइंडर है 1, यहाँ पे रिमाइंडर है 1 plus 10, 10 में रिमाइंडर है 0, so the remainder is 1. यहाँ पर रिमाइंडर होगा 1 प्लस, अब हमने 100 करा है ना, प्लस 100, इसमें रिमाइंडर है 0. ओ सो 5 के केस में हम -1 रिटर्न करेंगे ना. इन द केस ऑफ 5, if we let's say we have 5, अच्छा हाँ 5 में तो कभी वो 0 या 1 पे एंड भी नहीं हो रहा. मेक सेंस. ठीक है, 5 के केस में ये होगा. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट सम other numbers. Take some random number like 7, रिमाइंडर इज 1. यहाँ पे अब क्या होगा, 1 प्लस हमने 10 करा है, 10 में रिमाइंडर आता है 3, सो योर रिमाइंडर इज 4. रिमाइंडर इज 4, राइट. अब क्या होगा, 4 पहला रिमाइंडर था, अब हमने प्लस 100 करा है. 100 में व्हाट्स द रिमाइंडर ऑफ 7 विद 100? 30, 30 बचा ना. हाँ 3, 3 0 7, 4 28, 32, 32. What? The remainder of 100 with 7, I can't do basic division. What? 1 आपका इस 7 गया, 7 गया, 3 बचा, 30, 30 बचा ना. So you multiply it by 4. अच्छा 2 बचा ना. Why am I doing? ठीक है 2 बचा. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से 2 बच रहा है, तो रिमाइंडर बिकम्स 6. अब आपने 6 था रिमाइंडर पहले, अब यहाँ पे ये प्लस 1000 करोगे, प्लस 1000 करोगे, सो दैट्स 100 टाइम्स 10 by 7. 100 by 7 हमने 14. Am I even on the right track? टू में रिटर्न -1 करेंगे. भाई ब्रो, एक क्वेश्चन की तुम ई स्पोर्ट्स देखते हो? नो ब्रो, आई डोंट. If k is divisible by 2 or 5, the answer will be -1 as always. So you're telling me k is divisible by 2 or 5, क्योंकि अगर 2 और हमें क्या करना है, such that the number is divisible by k. अच्छा हाँ, बिकॉज 2 और 5 से जो डिविजिबल नहीं होता वो इन्फिनिटली रिपीट करता है ना, वो इन्फिनिटली रिपीट करता है. और 1 का 1 1 1 1 ना, ये कभी 2 से डिवाइड हो सकता ना कभी 5 से, क्योंकि एंड में 0 नहीं आ रहा और ऑड नंबर है. हम्म. हम्म. Hi, new in DSA, just know the basics. Started learning quant stuff. Send you connection request on the LinkedIn. Sure, bro, I'll check it out. So we can't. Important answer may not fit in 64-bit integer. 64-bit is long, right? Long 64-bit होता है. Long. How many bits in long? In long. 64 bits. Too long. Honestly बोलूं, एक बात तो, you need to work on modulo. Take in a good way. No, absolutely, bro. I very well know that I am not good in a lot of things. I need to work. Okay, what am I even doing here? मैं सीधा मॉड्यूलो तो यहाँ ही से निकाल देता ना. What am I? Bro. Problem easy है, just try typing once. Initially number equal to 1 and length equal to 1. Rehan bro, would that, no, what are you telling me is to actually create the number. लेकिन भाई उसके चक्कर में would it not go overflow out of int? What according to you is the best resource to learn modern C++? Bro, I'm myself not really sure. You telling me to just create the number and check, लेकिन उसके चक्कर में तो it's saying ना कि it does not fit. अगर मैं सिर्फ number ही create कर दूँ, int number is equals to 1, the condition is if k percentage 5 equals to 0 or k percentage 2 equals to 0, return -1 while true, while number is not equals to एक लेंथ वेरिएबल भी स्टोर कर दो. बट वुड दिस नॉट बी, ये तो आई डोंट थिंक सो शुड बी अलाउड. ओके, लेट मी जस्ट सी लेंथ इक्वल्स टू 1 while number percentage k is not equals to 0, then you can say number percentage equals to 10 star equal to 10, number plus equals to 1 and length plus return length. What am I typing? This should not work, and it does not. Length, it's 6 8. Okay. No, we're doing percentage k, right? Okay. Wrap around कर रहे हैं ना हम percentage k, number equals to. अच्छा, end में you're always wrapping it around oh, so this percentage equals to k, but you're telling me to use this. I didn't get the logic behind it though. Okay, this would work, I think. Yeah, but I didn't get the logic behind it. I think I'll need to check out. Percentage equal to, क्योंकि हम सिर्फ रिमाइंडर से open, it's open. The second one is easier. We need to keep multiplying n by 10 and adding 1. However, since n might overflow, we need to use a remainder. अच्छा, जैसे ये तो बहुत ही स्टैंडर्ड टेक्निक होती है ना, जैसे क्वेश्चन में भी दे गिव अस कि द नंबर कैन बी ह्यूज सो रिटर्न मॉड्यूलो 10 raised to 9. So the real problem was to check कि -1 कब रिटर्न करेंगे. Bro, see, I told you I'm dumb. We check if the remainder repeats. Recall that the possible values of remainder ranging from is limited, and in fact the number k as a result if the while loop continues more than k times and has a stop. Hence, if n exists, the while loop in the first k loops. Bruh. Playing with remainder, bro. But why my comments are delayed? I commented that thing ages ago. I do not know you. I have even turned on live chat. Why are your comments getting delayed? Like, pin message, I haven't like even put user in timeout. Number create करेंगे तो it will exceed. Yeah, makes sense. Percentage K to get remainder. Okay. What I feel dumb now because I literally created the number. But how did it not overflow then? How did it not overflow in your case, Adarsh? Playing with numbers. So the things that I learned today. Prefix or. Okay. After that, that greedy. And after this. Nah, cause I do it in Python. Python में overflow नहीं होता. If we create it will overflow. But would it not overflow in Python? Nah, bro. Okay. It didn't. You can check iSans. Okay. Bro is 1762 and only 9 contests. How did you achieve this rating in only 9 contests? That's crazy. Okay, let me see the smallest integer divisible by k. While true, it didn't overflow in this case. Python में नहीं होगा भाई. Yeah, okay, meet you at weekly contest. Okay, I'll end the stream right now. I did quite a few questions today. Sure, let's meet at the weekly contest. This was a very productive stream today. Alright. Running loop till k is not very intuitive. Yeah, that pigeonhole principle was not intuitive at all. But there always exists one stupid algorithm that is never intuitive but the most optimized. Right. Okay. That's it for today. I'll end the stream now. Thank you for joining to all those who joined. Bye bye.